Well, I seem to have chose a very noisy day to make another video, but anyhow. So I've been inspired by good old Nathan Smith Finley to review my Dial of Destiny Bullwhip, which is a 12-foot David Morgan. I got this from another friend. We did a whip trade, and after some time I was starting to see the whip's potential and just made a very bold move. Went ahead and dyed it a very dark brown with some natural sunlight. Maybe you could see some of those rich, warmer undertones coming out of it, but otherwise it's pretty dark now. This was made in 2009, so it wasn't directly made by Mr. Morgan himself, but otherwise still a tremendous and well-made piece that I love very much. So here's a close-up. What I perceive to be the Dial of Destiny Bullwhip is, pretty uncanny to this one, or vice versa. A bit of a more knobby heel, pretty fair length and width on the wrist loop. Bernardo Del Carpio and myself were actually discussing some of the whip's specs, and comparatively to the ones in the film, not the CGI ones, we don't talk about those, but the ones that Ford actually has on his belt, seems to be pretty close. Not perfect, but it's just second best. And you can also see it. This was white hide, now it's dyed too. It, just happy little accidents, I suppose. I'll be replacing this, and I also love the long tendrils that are coming out the hitch. It's one of those indicative David Morgan stylings, and knowing that this is of course a 12-foot whip, when they cut the strands things have to run pretty thin, so I'm also really just obsessed with how you can of course see the difference between the point and where the whip starts. It's a great whip all around. Oh, and I guess I can mention, because I do make my own crackers, I was experimenting with a new nylon. Hopefully you can see that. Let me step out of the way. A bit more dense. I was able to get a 12 gauge out of this. At least I think it's, yeah, that looks like 12. Not exactly my most preferred nylon, but holds up pretty good. And I'm gonna shut up now. Let's go ahead and crack. Actually the first little bit of cracking I've done since dyeing the whip several weeks ago. It gets a little funky on the fall there. That's another reason why I want to change it. Not a big deal. This whip rocks. Love this whip. I don't love the noises that may be distracting. Again, I apologize, but yeah, I've seen lots of vendors producing their own Destiny bullwhips, and they all look great. I'm personally very content with this, knowing it's a David Morgan, because the speculation amongst the fans worldwide really think that David Morgan's shop, not the man himself, sadly, produced the whips for the film. It's hard to say why they're so dark, because of course most of them are only a natural tan, but who cares? Great whips, and they're making their debut on screen yet again. That's just very, very exciting. There's also going to be another Destiny whip coming my way here in the next month or two, but I'm going to keep that a secret for now, because just feel like torturing you guys. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.